Hi guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making Swiss steak. Alright, I'm starting out here in a medium bowl. I'm going to dump in roughly 1/3 cup of flour, give or take a little bit. I'm not doing exact measurements. I'm going to put in 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I might put a teaspoon in because I get a little salty. And I'm going to put in 1/4 teaspoon of fresh cracked pepper. And if you don't have cracked pepper, just regular pepper, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to give this a good stir. Move stuff out of my way here. Alright. And I'm going to hit that with a little more pepper. I like stuff seasoned well. Okay. Now, I have 2 top brown steaks here. I'm going to go ahead and coat these good in this flour mixture. And you want to press it down and make sure you get the flour down in there good. Alright. Shaking off the excess. I'm going to get my second steak and do the same. Alright, now that my steak all coated with flour, I'm going to cut this into strips. And they don't have to be perfect. And you want to cut them at a bias. Okay, now that I have all my steaks sliced up in a large skillet, this is about a 20-inch skillet. This is the one I regularly use. I'm going to put in about 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, maybe 5. And I'm going to heat this up. Alright. And I'm going to lay my steak in there and I'm going to fry it for a few minutes on each side till it's brown, probably about 5 minutes on each side. So I'm going to start laying this in here. And my skillet isn't up to temperature quite yet, but it'll warm up as we go. Okay, while my steak is browning in the background, I have 1 large onion here I'm going to slice up. These aren't going to go in just now, they're going to go in halfway through the cooking process, but I'm getting it ready now. And I have 1 large green pepper. I'm going to dice this up into cubes. And then all these vegetables will be set aside for now. Okay, now that all my steak is browned, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of water to this. And I'm going to cover this. And I'm going to allow this to simmer for a half hour. And then I'm going to add my vegetables in. Alright, this simmered for a half hour. And I added water in here and there as it needed. I'm going to add in those vegetables. Those diced up green peppers and sliced up onions. Add them right down in there. And I'm going to break up this onion in here a little better. And then I'm going to give this another 15 minutes to cook. And then I'm going to add some canned tomato, diced tomato in with this. I don't want to put them in now because a full half hour, which that's what the vegetables are going to go for, that'd be too much for the tomatoes, it'll turn them into mush. Alright, now I'm going to put a little more salt and pepper in this. Then this is just for taste. And I'm going to return my lid back on, and I'm going to simmer this, like I said, for another 15 minutes. Alright, this simmered for that 15 minutes. Now I'm going to add in a 14.5-ounce can of diced tomatoes that I drained. And you could also put in fresh if you feel up to dicing them up, but it's a work week night and I want to make this as quick and as simple as possible. And I'm going to stir this down in here. And I'm going to cover this and continue simmering it for another 15 minutes. That'll be a total cooking time of 1 hour. Half hour for the steak, 15 minutes for the peppers and onions, and an additional 15 minutes for the tomatoes. Alright, my Swiss steak is done. Let's go ahead and serve this up and see what we got. Okay, I also went ahead and made some potatoes for on the side. So there you have it. Swiss steak with some seasoned potatoes on the side. Give this a try. I think you'll like it. Until next time, I'll see ya.